Okay, fantastic. Let me just move this up a little bit that way. Okay, let's slowly lower ourselves down onto the mat this morning. And we're going to sit with our legs crossed or in a position that's maybe comfortable for you, whether that's just a wide diamond shape, that's also totally fine. Okay, so over the holidays, like I told you yesterday, I've been struggling with a really stiff sore neck, probably from stopping Pilates. But kind of reading into that, looking at ways to treat it more naturally through stretching and through different manipulations. So I'm going to focus today on a nerve that runs right at the base of your skull, okay, and your first vertebrae. That's where this little nerve comes out, okay, the occipital nerve. So what we're going to do is try to create more space between that area of the base of the skull and that first vertebrae. So it sits really high up, and sometimes the pain can wrap like a claw hand all the way over the head, even till behind the eye and into the jaw. So I don't know if any of you have experienced that before, but a big reason why that pain happens is that area where the nerve and the base of the, or where the nerve comes out, gets compressed because of the position of our neck. So I want you to, for a second, poke your chin out, straight out forward, and feel what happens at the back of your neck. Okay, so we all do this if we're sitting on a laptop or if we're looking at our phones. Do you see how that is the predominant position of our neck? Okay, so it is a positional or postural pain that we need to correct. We want to think about getting a lot more length up through the back of the neck, and that's what we're going to try to work on this morning. So to start, I want you to take your right hand and place it directly underneath the right collar. Okay, there's a muscle called the platysma. Okay, don't worry about the name too much, but it attaches from the collarbone onto your jaw. And we're going to stretch out that platysma to start. Okay, maybe I need to come a little closer. So hand is directly underneath the collarbone. Okay, your other hand, you're going to place on top of that hand and kind of give it a downward force, right? So it's as if you're trying to pull the muscle that's on the collarbone downwards. It's like an anchor. Then I want you to take your head backwards and then rotate it away from that shoulder. And then I want you to breathe it out 3 times for me, nice and deeply here. Let's go. Inhale. Try not to change the position of your spine. Let your spine be in neutral as much as possible. Feel how the weight of your hand forces that muscle down, and then the position of the neck gives that muscle a beautiful stretch between the jaw and the collarbone. Good, gently come out of that position. Okay, anybody feeling a good stretch there? You can show me a thumbs up. Right, let's go to the opposite side. So I place my hand just underneath the collarbone. Opposite hand comes onto that hand as an additional support to pressing the muscles down below the collarbone. Good. Now we look backwards with our neck and then over the opposite shoulder. Keep your spine in neutral and now breathe deeply as you feel that muscle stretching. Think about where you're feeling other muscles stretching in the body. Maybe it's the lower back. Maybe it's the ribs. Good. And slowly come out of that again. So that is an exercise that if you're sitting at a desk for a lot of the day, it may be really helpful to repeat that 2 or 3 times. Okay, good. Next exercise. So our typical chin tuck that we do all day long, which is the incorrect posture. we want to work on now, instead of that area being compressed where that nerve is coming out, we want to think of getting length through that area, okay? So relax your hands, relax your spine in neutral when you're doing this, sitting down. And I want you to think about the idea of tucking in the chin and then releasing it. Or maybe a better picture for you is lengthening the back of your neck as you tuck the chin in and releasing it. Feeling how those back muscles stretch out. If you want to, place your hands on top of your head. It's a nice cue to think about tucking in the chin, but then lifting up the back of the head. Press into your hands and then let the chin go. Chin tucks in, but head lifts up into the hands. And relax. Let's go for one more of those. Chin tucks in, head lifts up. We're going to do another one of these now with the towel. But that's the basic idea, is getting length through the back of your neck. So if you're sitting behind a computer for a lot of the day, these are very simple exercises that you can be doing to ensure that the muscles around the neck don't get tight and that that occipital nerve gets enough space to continue gliding. Right, I want you to grab your towel now. And we're going to drape the towel over the back of our head, nice and comfortably. All right, a little bit of a body awareness this morning. You're going to take your right hand and hold on to the towel. So crosses over onto holding on the left-hand side of the towel. Good. Then you're going to take the left hand above that, holding on to the right-hand side of the towel. So do you see that? My right hand is pulling down, my left hand is holding up. I want you to cross that left hand below your ear and across the jaw. Okay, so in that position. Now, keep pulling on the right hand, which is below. I want you to slowly start pulling your left hand so that you are rotating your neck as far as your neck will go. Keep that elbow up as much as you can. When you have gone as far as your neck rotates, I want you to breathe it out 3 times for me. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And very gently come out of that position. Remember, while we're doing any of these stretches with our neck, keep your spine in as much neutral as possible. So I don't want you to see you arching your back while you do it, right? We want a nice neutral spine the whole time. Okay, let's switch our hands around now. My left hand is going to be at the bottom, and this time my right hand at the top, which I wrap below my ear towards my nose. Okay, nice neutral spine here. Slowly rotate the neck using the towel. Keep that elbow up as much as you can. Go as far as you can rotate. And now slowly breathe in and out. I definitely feel other muscles stretching in this exercise. And that tells you that the neck is so much more, and it's our bodies are so amazingly interconnected. Slowly coming out of that movement. Well done. Right, we're going to take both hands in our towel now. Tuck it right at the base of your skull for me, and then hold your hands parallel to the floor. Okay, so the towel is just direct or just parallel next to each ear. Okay, so to encourage us with that chin tuck movement that we spoke about earlier, I want you to think about pressing into the towel with the base of your skull and then releasing. Your hands are pulling in the opposite direction to give you some resistance. So let's go together. Pressing into the towel as the hands pull forward. And release. Go into your chin tuck position you're used to, that we're all used to. Now from there, tuck the chin in, lengthen the back of the neck as you press into the towel. And release, one more. In your chin tuck position, and then let's go. Inhale as you're reaching the neck long, pressing into the towel, lengthening the back of the neck, and relax completely. Very good. Right, last one here. I want you to hold onto your towel now. I want you to get it sort of midway up the back. So it's actually more touching my shoulders than too high up above my neck. Okay, so what we're going to do is really strongly pull on the towel in a forward motion, right? And then we're going to let the neck slowly drop backwards. So I want you to think of your neck being protected by that towel, and your neck is just hanging gently off the towel. Breathe it out. We have a natural curve of our neck to go inward. So we are playing into that natural curve as we let our neck hang in this position. So you slowly start rocking your neck from side to side. Let the towel be your base, so that you can just totally relax on. If you feel a tight muscle group, breathe it out there for a second or two. And then roll it again to the other side. Again, when you feel a tight muscle group, just breathe it out. We don't often get a chance to really stretch out the front of our neck muscles. Rolling it to the back. All right, and slowly bring your head back up to center again. I hope that felt really good. Okay, let me see. What was the last one I wanted to do? Okay, so you can let go of the towel for a second. Okay, we're going to place one hand behind our back, as high up as you can get that hand. Can you get it between your shoulder blades, or maybe it's just resting in your lower back? And then you're going to sweep the other hand over, holding just in front of your ear, and now very gently tip your head over to the other side. Beautiful stretch through your upper trapezius muscles. Again, a nice neutral spine. Don't push yourself arching your back. Keep your spine neutral as you do this. Keep that chin tucked in a little bit as well while you do this. And as you breathe it out, you feel how it relaxes a little more. Oh, good. Slowly release everything. Okay, let's change sides. Getting your hand up the back, nice and high. Relaxing the shoulder. So don't have that shoulder hiked up. Keep that shoulder nice and relaxed. Hand comes over to the ear, and then slowly let it drop over. Feeling a lot of tightness in one side. I want you to think about that. Why is that side tighter than the other? Is it the side that you use your mouth? Is it the side that maybe you lean on more on your work chair. Give it a little extra attention then to stretch it out. Oh, good. Slowly releasing that. All right. Well done. Okay. I hope your neck feels nice and loose now. Before we start our small ball session, if you need reminders of what are those points, I can put it on our group. If you're sitting at your computer and you want to remember what are those things that I need to do, those few exercises kind of a few times a day. All right. Very good. I want you to change now and grab onto the ball, and we're slowly going to lower ourselves onto our mat and place the ball between the knees. Okay, feel how you're sitting this morning. Okay, without being too aware, start focusing on where is the weight being distributed through the mat. Am I placing more weight on one side? This morning I can feel my right hand side is taking more of the weight. Can I shift that I'm more symmetrical? Good. Slowly lower your body vertebrae for vertebrae down until you're lying completely on the mat with your hands next to you. Watch that chin tuck. Let's tuck in the chin. Nice long neck at the back. Okay. I'm feeling the weight through my feet equally. I'm feeling that I'm lightly pressing and holding onto the ball. Okay, my lower spine is lifted slightly from the mat. My ribs are heavy, sinking into the mat. My shoulders are dripping backwards and down into the mat. My neck is long as it rests on the mat. And then you're in the right position for us to get going. Right, as you inhale, I want you to lift the ribs nice and high. As you exhale, I want you to squeeze onto the ball and then draw in the abdominals towards the belly button. Inhale, lifting the ribs. Your spine gets light off the mat. And then as you exhale, it's like your belly button is the center, everything drawing in towards the belly button. Inhale, lifting the ribs nice and high. Exhale, squeezing on the ball and drawing the abdominals in towards the belly button. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Squeeze the ball, draw the abdominals in towards the belly button. Well done. We're going to slowly tip the pelvis, that the pubic bone is pointing up to the ceiling, and you're slowly going to creep the pelvis up, up, up as high as you can, stretching out the front of the thighs, but you're squeezing the glutes nice and hard. Deep breath in, and then exhale to slowly come down. Feel what your spine does for this first one. Where does it get stuck? Where does it feel like it won't reach the mat yet? Think about releasing some of that tension. All of us have different areas where we hold on to. So it's good to identify that in your own body as you're moving. Why am I holding on to that? Let it go and see how it adjusts the rest of your body. Right, another pelvic curl, deep breath in. Exhale, tilt the pelvis first by dropping the lower back and then lead the movement with your pelvis. Squeezing on that ball lightly all the way to the top. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Release whatever is very tight. Inhale, and then slowly bring the spine back down, vertebrae for vertebrae. This feels really good from not doing it for a few weeks. Inhale. And exhale, drop the lower back, tilt the pelvis, lifting From the abdominals, you're lifting, stretching the front of the thighs out, but working the back of the thighs. Inhale and exhale, coming down. Can you get more of your spine touching the mat as it rolls forward? Good. For the next one, we're going to stay up there. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. We know our protocol as we drop the lower back and lead the movement with the pelvis. Let's hold it up there now in a comfortable position where your abdominals are working hard, your glutes are working hard, and we pulse it up and down 10 times. Let's go. Squeezing onto the ball. 10 and 9. Lift your pelvis. And 7 and 6. Feel those glutes. And 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Very nice. And 1. And slowly release the spine all the way back down again. Sweeping your hands around, interlace your fingers, let's pop them right behind the head. Can your elbows relax onto the mat today? Okay, nice wide open chest. Do you feel like your elbows can't do that yet? Don't worry. Don't give up on it yet. It took mine a very long time to do that. Especially after the break, I can feel my left arm sometimes struggles to do that. Sometimes our pecs are tight. So just release it, let go, try to let it sink down into the mat. Right, we're going straight into our chest lift from here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly curling the head and shoulders up. It's as if you're trying to aim your forehead towards the ball. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, coming down. Always in Pilates, we're thinking about the length of our midsection. So we're not trying to bunch it up. There's length happening even as I lift my head and shoulders. Okay? No strain on the neck. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly bring it down. Let's keep going. Inhale. Your head is relaxed in the basket you've made with your hands. Your abdominals are lifting you, lifting you, lifting you. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly come down. My lower back drops as I lift my head. So I'm creating a C shape with the spine. Inhale at the top and exhale to slowly curl it down. One more. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Let go of the hand, hold on to the ball, and then as you bring your head and shoulders down, have that ball pointing straight up ahead of you. We're going to squeeze on the ball 10 times with nice straight arms. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. Keep that ball as still as you can. 2, and 1. Good. Holding lightly onto the ball now. My right leg floats up to a tabletop position. Now, no matter how long you've been doing Pilates for, this exercise should remain a challenge to you because the rest of the body is absolutely still as I start toe touching that leg to the ground and then float it back up again. Toe touch down and bring it up. So you feel the lower abdominals on that same side having to work eccentrically, lowering with gravity to touch that toe and bring it back, while the rest of the body remains really still. 2 more. Toe touch down and up. Toe touch down without moving anything else. And lower that leg down. Changing to the other side. Watch your transition, keeping the body still even then. Toe touch down and up. What do you feel about your body this morning? Is this more difficult on this side to keep still, or is this my stronger side? What's happening with the rest of the body? Can I maintain a perfectly still posture as I slowly touch and come back up? 2 more. Keep pressing lightly on the ball. Arms are still working. Hold that leg floating. Let's switch those legs together now. One toe is at the bottom, one leg is floating, and we switch without moving the pelvis, keeping the body dead still. So the movement's generated from your hips. The lower abdominals are having to work really hard to stabilize your pelvis. You're squeezing lightly through the ball for 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Good. Keep both legs up in tabletop and place the ball in between your knees. You can give your knees a big hug just to stretch out the lower back area a little bit. Hands drop down next to your sides. Legs are in tabletop with that ball. We're squeezing onto the ball 10 times. Let's go. 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6. Feel those inner thighs. And 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Very good. From here, can you straighten your legs as much as you can? Okay, maybe it's not 100% straight today. Maybe it's just a little bent. That's also fine. And we squeeze 10 and 9 and 8 and 7, 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Flex your feet here. Now I want you to feel how the pelvis is glued onto the mat and your hamstrings are lengthening right through the back of the legs to the back of the heels. Feel the lengthening, hold it there, stretch it even further. Well done. Bend your legs back to tabletop, spreading your arms nice and wide. We go into our spine twist, supine. Slowly letting the legs drop to one side and squeezing the ball to bring them back to neutral. Dropping the legs to the other side. And then the light squeeze on the ball to bring it back to neutral. Keep going from side to side. Lower back, get some nice stretching here. Squeeze on that ball to bring it back to neutral. You're keeping your shoulders relaxed. You're keeping the arms stretching out and lengthened. Okay, so this is lower back work, abdominal work to bring those legs back. Let's go for 1 more. Over to the side. Squeeze the ball and gently bring it back to neutral. Well done. You can hold on to the ball, and I want you to slowly slide it into your mid-back area. Okay, comfortably pop it there. Okay, very nice. Nice relaxing position here. Going to interlace the hands behind the head. We're going to start with little pulses in towards the chest. Okay, the ball is going to help us. Maybe the idea is that you're getting just a little lighter off the ball and then relaxing onto it and a little lighter off the ball. The thought of your spine is forming that cup, that C-shaped position. Right. Feel your feet being part of this, pressing down through the feet. Right. 10 of these. Let's go. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to pulse in. And inhale and inhale and light off the ball. And 4. Good. And 5. Whew. And 6. And 7. It's burning. And 8. Curl that spine. Try to keep the pelvis really still. Last one. And slowly let your spine drop over the ball until you can get your head and shoulders down. Stretch out those abdominals we've just worked. And curl everything back up again. Right, going for slight rotations now, 5 on each side. Inhale to prepare, exhale, rotate, and come back. Same side, and come back, and come back. So these are our stabilizers that we're working on. And come back. I've lost count. Let's make this 5 and relax. Other side. And come back. And come back. Remember, lighter off the ball and down. And lighter off the ball and down. 2 more. Lighter off the ball and down. Last one. Well done. Stretch yourself out. And breathe it out. Please lengthen both legs straight out ahead of you in this position. Point your toes. Squeeze your legs together. I want you to feel those inner thighs that we worked a little earlier. Working hard now, squeezing together. Right, drop your head onto the floor, stretching your hands right up overhead. Ready for our roll up. We have the abdominals to do it now. Inhale, reaching your head and shoulders forward. Here's the abs we just worked for. Exhale, 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 reach it forward. Inhale and exhale, coming back, finding that ball. It should be good. First onto the ball, and then the spine extends overwards. Good. Inhale, coming up and finding your abdominals, flowing through this movement as the abdominals take over and stretching forward. Don't bury your head in your arms. Keep the head up. Inhale, exhale, coming back. Find the ball and slowly reach over. 2 more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, 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 stretching it out. Last one. Inhale, coming back, finding the ball, reaching up and overhead. Inhale up, reach your fingertips long, and it's as if you lightly float up off of that ball. Very nice. Grab onto the ball, please. Gonna make sure I'm back on my mat again. All right, we're going to hold the ball nice and long in front of us. If you feel that your groins are not happy with this position, for tall people, this often happens that their groins really struggle to hold themselves up in this position. Please make your legs into a diamond shape so that you're taking all the pressure off of the groin area, okay? Or bend your knees slightly in this position. That's also fine. Okay, I'm sitting right at the top of my sitting bones. Ball is long. I'm holding onto it tight. My feet are flexed and my legs are squeezing together. Feel that string somebody is pulling from the crown of your head, lengthening you up just 2 centimeters taller. Belly button is drawing in. You're going to think about this big cross shape at the abdominals. That's what we're working now. As we rotate to one side for 2 pulses. And come back. Work the opposite side of the X. And back. Keep the feet absolutely still as you do this. Back. And back. Grow taller every time you come back to center. Back. And one more each side. Back. And good. Pointing your toes here. Ball rests on your knees. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale, just roll the ball above you on your legs as far as you can let it go. Stretching out the spine and gently roll the ball back. Sitting up beautiful and tall. Inhale. Exhale, roll the ball forward. Reaching it towards your feet. Maybe towards your toes this morning. Stretching out the spine. And then slowly rolling it back. until you're sitting nice and tall. Relax your shoulders. Rolling forward. Good. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Inhale, and then rolling, rolling, rolling back. Excellent. Right. I want you to move now, that you take the ball and you place it behind the calf muscle. So between the thigh and the calf muscle, and slowly roll yourself down into a little ball shape. Right. Arms shoot out parallel to the floor. We're going to do the 100 arms, but while we're doing that, we're squeezing on the ball at the same time. So working the back of the thighs this morning. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, let's start squeezing and pumping. Go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 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 Keep going. Inhale. 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 Last one. Well done. Rock yourself up into sitting. And now you are ready for the position of rolling like a ball. So let's float our feet. Let's hold nice and low down the shins. Draw the belly button in. Round your spine. And let's roll. Drop that lower back. And roll up. Balancing. Rolling through the spine. And then balancing. Oh, that was a bad one. Keep going. Rolling. And balancing. Oh, I can't stop myself. We need to stop ourselves before we hit the floor with our feet. Using the abdominals to control that descent. There we go. Drop the lower back, rolling. And holding. Keep that C shape of your spine as much as possible. 2 more. Rolling. And back. Last one. Rolling. And back. And drop it down. Well done, well done, well done. Right, front, what is your time? 40. Okay, 5 more minutes of some sideline work and then we are done. Please can you place the ball between your ankles and I want you to stretch out on your mat, your legs straight, your arm is straight that you're leaning on. And then your top hand is supporting you. In this exercise, there's always the ability to challenge yourself by pointing that hand straight up to the ceiling. If you don't want that additional support, let's see how it goes this morning. Right. Can you think of somebody grabbing onto your top foot and lengthening or pulling that top foot far away from you? Feel how that ball, you roll the leg over the ball to lengthen the top leg as much as possible. Relax completely back into that starting position. Maybe put your hand on your hip if this is a good cue. But again, imagine someone pulling the top leg longer and longer, and it rolls over the top ball, and the hip tips further with that leg. That is a great starting position for this exercise. Okay, nice lengthened top leg. Your hand that your head is resting on, I want you to place the palm downwards because we're going to press through that palm. Okay, take a deep breath to prepare. Inhale, and then exhale to lift the legs. In that lengthened position, lower the legs, lengthening that top leg again. Exhale, lifting as high as you can, and then inhale, lengthening. Okay, the top of your hip, that's what you're feeling moving. As you lift the legs, it comes closer to your belly button. As you lower the legs, it drifts away from the belly button. So you shorten the top side And then you lengthen the top side of the body. 2 more. Shorten the top side and lengthen the top side. We're going to bring in the upper body part of this now. So I'm pressing through my top hand that I'm leaning on. As you lift your head as well. So we shorten that top side even more and then lengthen it away as we lower the legs. 2 more of these. Lifting the side. Feel those side muscles kicking in. And dropping down. Last one. Press through your hand and lift those legs nice and high. And then lower down slowly. This time we're lifting the head high, lifting the legs high, and pulsing 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that position. Crunch the ball into your elbow for 5 and reach the legs long. 4 and reach the legs long. 3 and reach the legs long. 2 and reach the legs long. 1 and reach the legs long and lower it down. Well done. Right, over to the other side. Ball moves between your ankles. Again, you're stretching yourself out. Somebody's grabbing onto your top foot and lengthening that leg away from you. So you're feeling the stretch in the upper thigh, above the hip area. Inhale to prepare and exhale to lift the legs high and lengthen the legs down. Lift the legs high and lengthen the legs long. Lift the legs and lengthen and lift and lengthen. 2 more. And lengthen. Last one. And lengthen. Bringing our head into this. So we press through the arm and lift the legs at the same time. And drop it down. And lift. And down. Good. 2 more. And down. Last one. Hold it there and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down gently. Well done. From there, please turn over. Onto your tummy. Hands are down next to your side and you're tucking in the arms right up next to you. Okay, we're going to slowly fold forward till the forehead is resting down. Belly button is drawn in. And let's go for some back extension here. Inhale, trying to lighten yourself off of the ball as much as you can. And then exhale. Keep your elbows on the ground and use those elbows. Press into those elbows to lift yourself off of the ball. And exhale, coming down. Keep the belly button engaged. The spine lengthens and gets longer as you lightly lift yourself off of the ball. And come back. 2 more. Inhale to lift, lift, lift. And exhale down. 1 more. Lift, lift, lift. And relax down. Last one. Lifting, lifting, lightening yourself off of the ball. And then slowly lowering it down again. Grabbing onto the ball. Placing it slightly further in front of you. I want you to interlace your fingers here for our single leg stretch. Okay, the aim of this exercise is actually about our back extension. So we've worked for it a little bit here. I want you to bring the crown of your head nice and tall and high. Okay, you're lightly off of the ball. You're not leaning on the ball. It's more of a cue for you here. Okay, elbows are tucked in under my shoulders. Right, the legs go 2 beats. One leg bends twice and then stretches away. The other leg bends twice and stretches away. Bend, bend, kick. Bend, bend, kick. Keep yourself nice and light off of the ball. Okay, beautiful tall back extension here. Kick. Can you think of your hip bones pressing into the mat as you do this? So they don't bend, just the knees bending. Kick, bend, bend, kick, bend, bend, kick, bend, bend, kick. Well done. Relax it down there. Right, turn yourself over with that ball in the mid back. Slowly letting your head drift over. Reach your fingertips up high. And I want you to just open the chest now. We're just going to breathe like this for a few moments. You can even straighten the legs if that feels comfortable. Take a moment here to release any tight muscles that you're feeling. If you want to lift your hands more to a V position, if that stretches even more. Good. We slowly bring one leg up towards the chest, holding it there and stretching it out. Slowly draw that leg over the body as much as it will go. And release it. Other leg, draw it in and up to the chest. And then let's slowly bring that leg across the body. And straighten out those 2 legs. Good. Slowly roll yourself off the ball and gently bring yourself up into sitting. We're going to just stretch from side to side and then we're done. Holding on to my leg, I lift up and I reach over, lengthening through the side of the body as much as you can. Nice deep breaths in and out. Good. And slowly come out of that. Switch your legs round to the other side. Hold on to the leg, lifting up and reaching long, long, long. Good. And slowly come out of that. Let's finish with the roll down. And then we're done with our first session for the year. Fantastic. Right, standing lovely and tall on your mat. Let's take a deep inhale. And then slowly creeping through the spine. Just let your head become really heavy as it leads the way down to your mat, stretching the hamstrings, stretching the spine. That deep breath in and exhale to roll up back into standing again. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. Fantastic. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope that was wonderful for your neck, that you feel much longer. Enjoy.